Every time my owl Peach sees me, she gets very excited. From day one, she will fly over to me and just kind of be as close to me as possible.
Wow, they are long-legged.
So I would groom her and play all around her feathers, and then she would groom me back. She knows her name, she likes to play, which is really cute as well. When I rescued Peach the owl, I had no idea that I'd become her mum. And here is how it happened. Peach is a South American Chaco owl, and she was bred for falconry. But she hatched basically with faulty wings, and there's a big gap between her beak, so they didn't want her anymore. Unfortunately, in that kind of game working world, she would have been put to sleep. If they're not able to work an animal or get some kind of monetary value out of them, they'll put them down.
Mwah.
And I've always rescued animals. So yeah, I went to pick her up and kind of nursed her back to health. She was only 8 weeks old, so she was a little fluff ball. I thought most animals at such a young age are quite scared. As soon as she saw me, she just kind of hopped on my knee and she was just laid and she was just looking up at me like that. I was surprised at how quickly she took to me and felt comfortable. She thinks I'm her mum because she's imprinted on me. So I hand reared her inside in my house for like the first month. She was very, very excited to have like love and like cuddles. I was a little worried at first about her wing. We just kind of do quite a few exercises, so just flying exercises really. I'll bring her in the house a couple of times a week, and I'll open all the doors so she's got the conservatory and the house to fly through, and we'll play games. I was teaching her how to fly and go up to trees and things. So Peach's health is really good now. The vet said she's absolutely fine, so she's not in pain or anything, and it's just kind of healed.
Okay.
So I turned like half of my garden into an owl enclosure and put big fences around, and so she can fly out there. And her indoor enclosure's all nice and heated, and it's got big windows looking outside. So that's got our owl nest box in and all the branches, so she can fly up and down around there as well. She gradually got more sassy as she got older. She loves any kind of tickles. She quite likes the cat Morris. And I rescued him maybe like 4 months before Peach, so he was a real baby too. They kind of get on quite well. Owls and cats are quite similar in that just everything that they do, they sleep all the time. They like to chase the same kind of toys and things like that. First personality trait is just like pure love and like nurturing. She just wanted to be on me. I have spoiled her a bit as well, so it usually happens. She started to get a bit of an attitude, but she's really sweet. I never knew owls like to play so much. She'll kind of walk across. She thinks she's the boss, and all the dogs and the cats just sit there like really still. It's just really funny.
Hi, my Kelly. Give me a kiss, then. Mwah.
The relationship developed day by day. Peach taught me to be like really patient and slow. With owls, at this point I'd just gone self-employed, so she is a full-time job in herself. I have an animal education and therapy company. Yeah, she'll come with me wherever I go. She quite likes meeting children and socialising and meeting a lot of different people. She's non-releasable because she would be classed as an invasive species because she's from Peru and South America. I think people know this by now, but owls do not make good pets. I always say this. They are so messy and they live such a long time. But she's my little baby. definitely could not imagine my life without her.
Meanwhile, in another home far away, a different little owl was about to find his person too. One day after a hurricane, Sada walked into her garden, and on the grass, she found a lonely baby owl. He was sitting all alone under a fallen tree, shaking from fear. Sada slowly came closer and saw that he was the only one left from his nest. So she decided to see if she could find his family.
We're looking for his mom. Hope we find her.
The lady searched her garden and the whole area for days trying to track them down. But unfortunately, they were nowhere to be found. He looked so lost and confused, and just the sight of him broke her heart. She could not just walk away and abandon him. From the moment she brought him into the house, she dried him off and tried to make him comfortable. But he was terrified being in a place that was so unfamiliar. He would hide in the corner when Sada would try and feed him. She would always find him sleeping in the bathroom under the sink, trying to keep himself safe. However, after a few days of Sada being around him, he started to trust her more and more.
He became very cheeky and a lot stronger.
She started feeding him bits of raw meat, which he absolutely loved. And it quickly became his favorite food. Grisha started to do this little happy dance every time Sada got close to him. He knew she was family and did not want to be anywhere else but right by her side. She decided to take him on daily garden adventures. Grisha would be perched on his shoulder so he got the perfect view of the world around him. He would go with Sada on car rides when she had errands to run. And then when it was time to call it a day, Grisha would always join his mum for dinner and then cuddle up into his house nest for the night.
Yeah, it seems so Owlet became a vegetarian.
But something still felt off for some reason. It was like he was trying to tell her something. But what could it be? So one day, she decided to lift him up on her finger. And that's when it hit her and she realized Grisha is trying to fly.
It's midnight now and I'm teaching an owlet to fly.
At first, Grisha's wings were too weak. He would try his hardest to flap them as quickly as possible. But he just wasn't strong enough. Until one day, he decided it was time to take a leap of faith.
Grigori, show them how you do it.
He didn't quite take full flight, but it was definitely a step in the right direction. And then a truly magical moment happened. Grisha was walking around the house when he just took off. And his mom was so proud of him, it melted her heart. From that moment on, his true owl instincts started to kick in.
Who hissed the whole night?
His squeaks became louder and louder with each passing day. So it was at this moment his new mom understood that she had to release him back into the wild. But it seemed like Grisha had a different opinion. As soon as Sada left him alone in the garden, Grisha showed up right behind her and started following her back. So this sparked an idea for the newly bird mom. Why not give him the best of both worlds?
Grisha went for a walk and fell asleep in the process.
Honestly, it was a bit of an overwhelming situation for Sada. She never in her wildest dreams would have thought she would become an owl mom. But now she has become much more than that. Grisha has become not only a family member, but a best friend. No matter where mom is, that is where you will find Grisha. Because real friendships are made with trust, patience, and care.